Okay, we have Maddy Siegrist and Aziaha James and Coach. We'll open up the questions for the players first, excuse them and the coach. So questions for players. So
Maddie, obviously, you guys showed a lot of fight down the stretch, and you had the two shot clock violations late. Obviously, the result isn't what you wanted, but can you talk about kind of those defensive moments that you guys got stuff from?
Yeah, it was good. We got them in the end, like in those defensive stops, but 101 points is not a good defensive performance. And, if we want to win games, we just have to be better.
Obviously, no Paige tonight is kind of a factor, but would you talk about what she has meant to this team as a rookie, the way that she's been able to help lift this team?
Me?
Either, yeah.
You want to go?
you got it.
Yeah, I mean, I think what Paige is doing, if she was an eighth year player would be amazing. And to come in right off the college season and be able to do this is just so impressive. And it just speaks volumes, to the type of player, type of person she is. She really makes people around her better. So obviously we miss her tonight, but hopefully we'll get her back.
Great.
For either of you, it's another that you won tonight. Just saying, what's the feeling like right now? Just in the locker room, just continue to deal with that.
Yeah, I think throughout the entire season with the ups and the downs, the team, we've never had a problem with having that connectivity within the locker room. So I think that it's hard to see two teammates go down, especially in the fashion that it happened. But I think that we're gonna do what we've been doing all year and just always just next man up. And nobody cares on the other teams when people get hurt. You have who you have. And so we're wishing them the best recovery possible. But yeah, we're still gonna show up Friday night and play with what we have and do what we do.
Haley, kind of to build on that, you're a player that came in on a hardship and a starting role. Grace is a player that came in on a hardship and a starting role. Amy's come in and she's had back-to-back double-digit games. What does it say about kind of this program for players to be able to come in, have an impact, and like you said, for you guys just to keep fighting and have that next woman up mentality?
Yeah, I'd like to think they picked good pieces. I like to think I'm one of those. But yeah, I think it just speaks to like the culture that's here, like I talked about in the locker room and with the staff. Like they come in and they instill you with confidence and they want you to play your game and do what you do because that's why they brought you in here. So I think that everybody that's come in has done a really good job of coming and being aggressive and finding their moments, especially Amy in these past two games has done really well. And I think that also they picked good people off the court as well, like just coming in and being a good teammate. And I know when I first got here, I didn't really touch the court the first few games, but like it didn't matter. It's always just being a good teammate, finding your opportunities, and just staying ready.
Haley, Connecticut had a 62-40 advantage in the second and third quarters. Just what were some things they did kind of in that middle portion of the game to create separation?
I think one thing we did so well at the beginning of the game was the way that the ball moved, it popped. And we got a lot of good things playing off the second and third swing of things. And then I think that defensively just came out with a really good edge. And I think you saw that in the first and the fourth. But I think it was just those two things. Once they made their run in the second quarter, I think we fell back into old habits of getting to one-on-one ball and the ball started sticking. And that's why we weren't getting as easy of looks. And then defensively, I just don't think we made it tough enough in those second and third quarters. And then that took away a lot of our transition, which we were doing so well at and getting those stops. And they're a huge offensive rebounding team. And I think we did a pretty good job with that. But I mean, they were just making easy shots around the rim, getting downhill. There were a lot of gaps for them to attack. So really just keeping that same intensity throughout all 40 minutes.
Anything else for players? Dorothy.
At this time of the season, kind of, winding down this entire season, you still have a few games left. How do you keep your motivation each and every day to keep going out there, basically doing your job? This is for both of you.
You can go first.
Okay. I mean, I think you're right, like it's our job and it's also something that we love. We're blessed to be able to play the game of basketball for as our profession. And so we come out every day and even though like we're not going to make the playoffs, there's still things that we can fight for. And I think that Chris has talked a lot about like we can play spoiler for a lot of these teams, like 7, 8, 9, 10. They're all really close in records and we play a lot of them. So we can play spoiler, we could be the bad guy. We can also think about building for next season and we're kind of buying into a young core here. So showing that we have something here is really big. And I think it's also a pride thing. Like we're not going to come out and roll over. All of our games are right there. It's just the little things, those little lulls. So I think just proving to ourselves that we can compete in this league and we have a lot to grow on. So yeah.
Just Haley, I'd like to talk just a little bit about the way that the fans in this building you were down big, you fought back, you made it. Like these fans are here behind you no matter what. That's got to feel good as a player.
It definitely does. I think that the fans here in Dallas have really embraced this team in this season with all the ups and downs that we have, and they've embraced all of us new people as well. So to hear them be in it, every game, winning, losing, whatever it is, I think it just speaks to the fan base here in Dallas, and they're really excited for us and the bright future that I think that we have, and I think they see that we have a future. So I'm excited to have them, and also like all the new fans that are continue to come as we continue to grow.
That's wonderful.
Maddy, Aziaha got put in the starting lineup kind of late. Her role has fluctuated throughout the season, as many rookies do. How have you kind of kept her locked in as a veteran leader on this team, and to see her have the game that she had tonight? What does that say about that young core that Haley referenced?
Yeah, I think Zod, JJ when she was playing, they've done a great job of like whatever their role is every night and knowing that, we've had a lot of different lineups, a lot of different injuries. So, one day they could be starting, you're playing 30 minutes, the next day maybe you're playing 5 minutes. And I think they've done a really good job just being the best that they can do at their role on any given night. So, obviously without Paige tonight, Zod was going to have to step up, offensively and defensively. And I think, obviously she did it. And, she's just been great and she's positive. She's been so positive with whatever that role looked like every single night, just trying to be the best, she could be. Thank you.
That here. Questions for Coach?
Obviously, at this point, have a lot of experience identifying hardship players and finding players who are available, unfortunately. But you seem to do a really good job of bringing in the right people, like Haley was saying. What is that process kind of like, and how have you kind of managed those players and see why are they thriving, I guess, in these roles?
Yeah, I think all credit to the front office there, right? With Kurt and Travis and Jasmine Thomas. I think they do a tremendous job of identifying talent. And more than that, just beneath the talent, are they a good culture fit? And then I just appreciate that there's so much collaboration between the front office and our coaching staff, so that when we are talking about these player personnel decisions, we're really trying to get a full picture and seeing how they fit. And so we've made some good picks here. And again, like you don't just I want everyone healthy and back and feeling good. But with all that comes opportunities for these players, and we've been lucky to add some really tremendous women to our roster, and just happy for them that they've seized all these opportunities, right? So whether it's to continue to be with us or even for them going in the future, right? Who knows what's going to happen in the off season? But just extremely proud that we've shown that we can help people.
What did you see defensively for Connecticut to hit that 101 point mark?
Yeah, I think, transition first and foremost. I think they really at times just were running at our backs. And credit to, Lacan there. Like she just pushes their tempo and gets them up the floor. And so I thought, one, just their transition attack early. Obviously some tremendous players one-on-one with Tina and Mabry, who are always a handful that way. But the other piece was we just put them to the free throw line too much. And so that's been our battle all season. And it's you toe the line, you want to establish a physicality, but you've got to find a way to do it without fouling. And so we just haven't had that discipline all year. When you put a team to the free throw line 30 times, you give them that many free points, it's really tough to win a game. But I thought we did some good things in stretches. I thought we disrupted Tina in stretches. She made some tough shots. But we'll continue to get better. And it's, they're committed in there, right? They see it, they acknowledge it, and we'll just continue to work and improve day in and day out.
Just continue to elaborate on the wings defense, how you were able to keep it within 2 or 3 positions.
Yeah, I mean, credit the resilience, right? The resilience to continue to stay engaged and connected. And we tried some different things. And I loved our fight in the fourth quarter to just sit down and really dig deep and get some stops, right? Those shot clock violations were great. Just giving us opportunities to win a game here at home. We have lots of growth on that side of the ball, on both sides of the ball. But again, this team is committed and they're eager to continue to learn. They're not pointing fingers at anybody else but themselves, as is the coaching staff as well. So we'll continue to to teach and learn and take it one day at a time.
Coach, you had 5 players that scored at double digits. With Paige and Enrique out, 2 of your big time scorers. How did you feel about the balance on offense?
Yeah, I thought it was great. I thought early on, especially like the ball was just moving side to side when we got stops in the first and the fourth, where we could run and play in transition. But that's good. Like when you get that kind of balance, you get Haley rebounding and pushing the break and playing coast to coast, right? Maddie, inside out game just can really is so efficient around the rim, whether it was against Morrow or if she had guards down there, continuing to find her touches there. Za was a plus, bringing her in off the bench. Just so hard when she plays downhill. So there was good balance all the way around. Maisha comes off the bench, plays downhill hard into the paint. Amy now spreading the floor, being extremely efficient. So there's some good pieces there. And they were incredible, these two speaking, right? Haley spoke to it too, right? It was going, and then there was a little lull there where maybe it got a little sticky and we played a little too much one-on-one. But if they continue to trust one another like they do and move the ball, there's some good pieces there. And if you keep the offense simple like that, you can put the ball in the hoop. So 38 field goals again that's a pretty good scoring night.
How difficult is that to continue to navigate?
Yeah, it seems like the blows just keep on coming. But again, this team is extremely resilient. They're connected. And again, they're there for each other. They're showing up for one another. We want everyone healthy first and foremost. But again, no one's feeling sorry for anybody. So you take the opportunity, next woman up, and you continue to show up for one another and keep playing hard.
Prepare for this last road trip, I think 4 games or so in a row. What's the conversation? How do you talk to the team? What's the locker room like? Just what is the focus as you get ready for this last road trip?
Yep. Just to continue to be present. Not, it's easy. It would be easy to just pack it in right now. But our team is not doing that. They just have an impressive level of care. So continuing to talk about being present when we're in these spaces with one another to continue to learn. Like we have so much to learn. So we need to continue to learn and get better. And our team has bought into that. And really, again, staying connected, everything we do day in and day out, how we behave is building and establishing this culture. And so we'll they're just bought in. And the success on the floor will come. There's just a level of patience. So down the stretch here, what we've been preaching is just trying to simplify on a couple things, demand that standard that we still want, while still having a levity about us and being able to have fun and enjoy each other over these last 6 games, 5 games.
With so many players out, what was your game plan going into the game, and how do you feel like you executed it?
Well, 101 points is not good. So I thought it was up and down. Like I thought there were great moments of us executing, and then moments not so great of us, having slippage. And so that's what we're after is we're after trying to minimize slippage and really be able to execute, and see if we can dictate more consistently on that side of the ball and generate the shots that we want. But a lot of that game was played very reactively, struggling to keep people in front one-on-one. And so we'll continue to learn and watch, and we'll continue to improve.
Zaya obviously had a big scoring game, but she also had 6 assists. I think she didn't even pick up a turnover until late in the 4th quarter. So as she kind of grows and develops, do you see the game kind of slowing down for her? What are you seeing in the way that she sees the game, not just plays?
Yeah, we've been talking about that all year, right? Just how early on it felt very fast for her and she was sped up. But now when she's out there, right, you see her changing tempo, changing speeds, and really kind of surveying and reading. So love that for her as the game continues to slow down, and she gets more and more comfortable, and she'll continue to get more and more efficient, and then just continue to see simple reads. But a 6-1 assist to turnover is fantastic. I know that turnover came late in a tight game, but next play, and so we need another scorer like Za. So just happy that the ball went in for her today, and hopefully she is okay and will be on this floor again here this year.
Of course, Zai had a big game, but just talking about Mai's contribution and Amy, even though she just got to the team, how she's been playing these last few games.
Yep. Mai just brings so much to this group, and she's so bought in to her role, coming off the bench. You know, she started a lot of the games early, and we sat down and had some real open, honest conversations. And ever since she moved to the bench, like I feel like we've just gotten the best version of her. And so she's just been incredible on and off the floor, in that locker room as a veteran with her messaging, keeping this young group together and keeping them, about the right things and about the process and teaching them what it means to be a pro, to have a long career. And then on the floor, just she's coming in with an edge and a confidence and a toughness factor for us, a physicality. And so, just loving everything that Mai is bringing to this group. And then again, happy that Amy is just contributing right away. I was just really impressed by her fearlessness, to be able to step right in, and do what she does, right? We know this, right? We've seen her play college, we've seen her play at the highest level internationally and do this. So for her to be able to be doing it now, consistently here, 3 games in a row, now double digits, really efficient from the field. Just proud of her.
Perfect.
Thank you guys.